Hey guys, Dean here, back for another video with ET Transport. I love doing these videos. I love seeing you guys, love talking about all these crazy topics. Today we're going to talk about why the heck would you want to be an owner-operator. 2023 is going to be a year to be a company driver. If you are an owner-operator and you've got that sick contract and you're doing good, then you know what? Awesome to you guys. I look up to you all the time, and I wish I had the opportunity to hit it at the right time and be successful at it. But right now, being a company driver, it's kind of where it's at, you know. I don't have to worry about a lot of the different aspects of what the owner operators have to worry about. I don't have to worry about rising fuel costs. I don't have to worry about breakdowns and repairs and stuff like that. I do, because just in my nature, and you know, I know what my boss is going through and stuff like that. So I try to be mindful of what I'm doing in the truck, to again be always thinking about what it's like to be in those shoes. There's so much money to be made as a company driver right now. The wages are sitting at a decent price right now, being paid by mileage, or am I paid by the hour? Myself personally, I'm paid by the hour for everything I do. So if I got to sit at a place for 8 hours, it makes no difference to me. Then I have to drive that 8 hours. You know, I'm still making the money. But that can be really financially beneficial to what we're doing. You know, at the end of the day, it's how much money is going to be in my bank account at the end of the week and how much I didn't have to spend. Sometimes I'm making, you know, this much money and I'm making a pile of cash, but if I'm an owner operator and I had a breakdown or a tire blowout, or I had to fuel up a couple times this week, you know, that big pile of cash just got a lot smaller. So at the end of the day, how much of that am I taking home? And as a company driver, you know, whatever goes in your account is going in your account. That's all for you. You don't have to worry about the other stuff. A lot of the companies right now that are looking for company drivers are offering incentives, sign-on bonuses, clothing allowance. You have to be careful with some of the sign-on bonuses, because some of it's a scam, some of it is very sketchy. Do your research, you know, like, I mean, when you're joining a new company, always do research on that company. A lot of times you can go on and look at Google reviews of the company and see what people are saying about it. Some of those reviews, I always tell people, you know, again, take that with a grain of salt. Do your own research on the company, because if I did something wrong and I'm a bad driver and that company cans me, well, of course I'm going to give that company a bad review. Meanwhile, the company didn't do anything wrong, I did. So you got to be careful on how you read the reviews. Read a few reviews on there and you're going to get a general consensus, you know. So like I said, 2023 is probably a really good year to be a company driver. And if you ask me why I'm saying that because I think a lot of you guys out there agree with that. And the reason I can say that pretty comfortably is because I got a crap load of good comments from you guys saying, oh my God, why would you want to be an owner operator? I'm a company driver and I'm making bank right now. We're gonna read some of those comments out to you just to prove that I actually do read your comments. So I'm a company driver and I make $128,000 last year. That's pretty sick money, man. There's nothing wrong with 128. You know, like, I mean, you're rolling, brother. Keep up the good work. Here's another one. I do over 100K a year as a company driver. Bam, you guys are making it. Here's one that says you can make 2K a week or close to that without the pains or the breakdowns. Very true. It's actually very easy to make 2K a week as a company driver. You know, you got to look around, you got to find the right companies, but it's out there. Here's a guy that says I make 8K local and I'm home every single night. How can you go wrong with that? Home time is always good time. You know, that is worth bucks in itself. I made just about that being a hydrovac operator. I'm in a union with a lot less stress and headaches. You know what? Honest to God, it's funny that I read this comment, because I ran into a guy at the gym the other day and he told me, dude, I make $40 an hour, unionized, everything's paid for, all my overtime is like paid for, double time. This guy is living the freaking life. I am like seriously considering taking the jump out of a tractor trailer and joining the hydrovac union. That's good money. You can't go wrong with that. I made $110,000 last year and I didn't own no damn truck. Nicely said, driver, nicely said. This must be a response to an owner-operator talking about his, and it's just classic, holy shit, that's a lot of work for 100K, right? So, yeah, that's beauty. Nicely said. Damn, that's a lot of crap. I don't even try as a company driver and I make that much money. Beautiful. Tell us how you really feel about it. Oh no, here's one that sounds great. I made $185,000 last year. I love that number. Hauling cattle in Canada, lots of miles and 4 logbooks. Well, you know, maybe not the best comment to be tossing out there. Going back old school, we used to run extra logbooks, but in today's day and age, it's a little bit harder to do that kind of thing. And for 185, the money's great. But for myself, I want to have a little bit of life. If I'm running 4 logbooks, I'm running legally, and I am also probably just like, I'm never home. Where I had said before, you know, my home time and the stuff that I do get to spend with my family, or, you know, I go to the gym with my son, and that alone is worth like $40,000 a year for me. You can't just be in the truck. You have to have a little bit of home life too. $108,000, question mark. That's 5 to 7 months for a company driver here. No order. There is a shortage. Rates went up 32 cents since 85, question mark. One thing about the rates, like when I read comments and stuff like this, I have to look back and I go, you know what, you guys on the other side of the pond over there, you Americans, you guys make good money. You know, kudos to you guys on that. But on this side of the pond over here in Canada, our rates are what our rates are, and we're stuck at these levels. It's not that we don't want to be running along that same lines as you guys, but you have to look at currency exchange, you look at all the different things, all the different variables that come into that. So, you know, we're stuck with what we got over on this end. You know what, we still do pretty good. For our economy, it's not that bad. If you guys are saying 150,000 and we're saying 130,000, once you do that currency exchange and stuff like that, we may be kind of getting a little bit closer to it. Just seems smaller. It's definitely a lower number. So I gotta thank all you guys for those amazing comments. And yes, I do read them. I read them all. I love it. Sometimes that's what I do before I go to bed. Anyways, I think general consensus when you're looking at that is saying that, yeah, you know what? Being a company driver is pretty badass right now. Is it going to be the thing for 2023? I think so. I think company drivers are really going to expand a lot in 2023. What do you project? What do you think your year is going to look like? What this year compared to last year, is 2023 going to be a bigger year financially wise? Leave it in the comments below. Let us know how you guys are doing. I really look forward to seeing it. I think myself personally, yeah, it's going to be a company driver takeover kind of thing this year. Badass, here we go. Whoop, whoop. Anyways, as I always say, make sure that you like us, love us, leave the comments, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you don't miss any of the videos that come out. These ladies over here, they work hard putting these videos together for you. I just blab. They do all the magic. They really do. Anyways, keep the shiny side up, the rubber side down. God bless you guys. Come back. See us next time. See ya.